Bristol Finish, and we are doing another little video here on working with our traditional amber. So the next video, this video is essentially on the basic prep for a piece of wood. And again, we have Jeff here, our technical expert. Jeff, what do we have here? Is that a piece of teak we're working with?
This is a piece of teak.
Okay.
A small, partially sanded piece of teak. But what we're going to do is we're going to abrade it with some 220.
Okay.
To make sure that we have a nice smooth surface to apply the Bristol to.
Now we want to make sure that we don't use anything finer than 220 grit.
That is correct. If you go below 220, then you could end up with some adhesion issues.
Okay, so what we're looking for is essentially creating a little bit of texture in the wood so that the finish has got a bite to get into, a little bit of bite, some tooth.
Correct.
Basically.
Correct.
Okay. So how are you doing this? Are you putting this? Are you putting a lot of pressure on this? Or are you just
very light pressure?
Very light pressure.
Very light pressure.
Okay, so you're not really dusting it up. You're just kind of really just scuffing it.
Just scuffing it.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. That's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Okay, so the next step?
The next step is going to be, you're going to want to make sure that you clean the wood off completely.
Mm-hmm.
No dust or anything like that. So
okay.
The first thing that I do is I'll wipe it down with some acetone.
Is there anything else that might be used instead of acetone, or I've heard of different things out there, but we've always suggested acetone.
I don't use I don't recommend anything other than acetone.
Okay.
Just because of the evaporation and it's not going to leave a residue.
Okay, perfect. That's good to know. That's good to know. And it's strong enough to take away any oils or chemicals or any residues that we may have on our fingers or anything like that.
It will.
So we're sure that we've got a more or less clean surface then that we're working with.
Correct.
Okay.
Once we get the acetone evaporated, then I go back over it with a tack cloth.
All right.
And remember, with a tack cloth, you use no pressure.
You're really just dragging it over it, just picking up any.
Just drag it over.
Okay.
If you use pressure, then you're going to put the sticky component of the tack cloth on the surface.
So it's a very light touch, basically. It really is just to pick up any
Correct.
Residual pieces or any residual contaminants, basically.
Correct.
Okay.
Then once I do that, I go back over it one more time with the acetone, just in case any of the sticky stuff got on the piece. And I usually use pretty good pressure with the acetone.
Get it into the grain a little bit.
Get it into the grain.
Okay.
Let it evaporate anything within the grain.
Okay, good.
And we'll let the acetone completely evaporate. Usually only takes a minute.